ladies and gentlemen. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punish Gordon with some smoke. Mainly because I promoted you as like a moustache-wearing kind of guitar wizard.
Yeah.
You've shaved it all off.
Yeah.
You've got a kind of chin fluff going on. But you've completely destroyed any plan I had for you. So thanks for that.
Well, I thought it might be nice to actually look my age rather than 50. You know.
Rather than like a kind of BG Abercross between.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show a very talented, lovely, lovely chap, Mr. Gordon Parrish.
Thank you all.
I got your name right.
Oh no.
I have a bit of a tick when it comes to names.
Okay.
I got Pete Robinson's name. I called him Paul Robinson.
He's been called worse.
Which is someone from Neighbours, I do believe. I called her Simon Bradley from Guitarist magazine, Simon Bradshaw, because I know someone called Bradshaw. So I've actually called you by the right name.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sweet. So, dear boy, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you finding the current crisis as a gigging musician? Is work picking up? Are you back out there?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't stopped since sort of June of this year when the sort of lockdown ended because COVID obviously completely disappeared and went, you know, it doesn't exist anymore.
Shall we go there?
Yeah, like, you know, straight the wedding scene was just constant from June onwards. Like a backlog from last year.
Of course, everyone's shifting their weddings over to the new year.
I mean, we were doing like, you know, around 15 a month. You know, a young Barry Gibb. Thanks, Matt.
That, to be honest, that's not an insult.
No, I'd take that. I'd completely take that. I'd take Barry Gibb any day.
Right up to the hill.
Probably not.
No,
probably give me the range for it.
If you look at the people being interviewed about the Bee Gees back in the day, they were like, Barry Gibb was just so gorgeous.
I'll absolutely take that. Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, so yeah, it's been pretty non-stop really since sort of June onwards. Like 15 weddings a month. And
holy shit!
Yeah, it's been insane.
God,
I just haven't stopped. And then we've got Panto starts on Monday. Panto starts Monday. And we're picking up gigs as well. The wedding band were picking up gigs sort of last minute because bands were catching COVID. So it was, can you gig on Friday?
But
on Tuesday?
COVID's gone, Gordon.
But COVID has disappeared, as we all know. You know, it doesn't exist anymore.
Shall we give him the look again?
Oh, thanks, Ed. Right back at you, mate.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. What a lovely man.
I had Ed on here, and I have to apologise to Ed because I sang like an absolute tool. So I'm hoping I'm not going to repeat that with you, even though he has picked some songs that you listen to, like, yeah, that'll be fine. Then you come to sing it and you're like, oh, okay, right. I think I'll need to take a bit of Barry Gibb just to get me up there as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, I picked songs. I didn't really want to do anything overly flashy, purely because I'd probably fuck it up in front of everyone live.
That's what we all do here.
And I just went for stuff that I just really enjoy playing.
And we are going to lead into that. So, I know, as a matter of fact, that one of your biggest influences and favourite bands is Queen.
Absolutely, yeah. When
did Queen enter your life in a dirty way?
So Queen slipped in. I can see where this night's going already.
It was destiny.
So my dad's a huge Queen fan, and it sort of started there. So nobody in my family is a musician.
Okay.
But music was always a thing in the house, constantly, you know. And it was, because of my dad's age, it was anything from Queen to The Prodigy. You know, it was a real mixture of stuff that we'd be listening to. And I just got memories of listening to the It's a Kind of Magic album and the Greatest Hits album, cassette. Oh. Cassettes, guys.
That's the real deal we're talking about.
The real deal, in his car.
Hello, Leanne, darling. Hello, Kit.
Hey.
Mwah.
And we'd listen to the cassettes in his car. And that was it, I was hooked. And there's pictures of me when I'm like sort of 7 or 8 with like a faux moustache drawn on with a hairbrush, you know, doing the pose in my parents' bedroom,
dream.
You know. And I used to go out with the fake moustache on, you know, as
That's
a kid,
even better.
looking great.
How old were you?
Like 7 or 8. I wonder if people looked and thought, fucking hell, that kid's got a moustache. Oh, that bloke's really small.
Yeah.
I mean, they think that now, but...
Is that fucking Jimmy Cranky with a moustache?
Look. See, look. Gordo, you look about 18. See, it works.
I can't take you seriously, though.
I'm not 18. I'm a fair bit older than that.
See, I had massive moustache envy. That's why I'll trim this back a bit.
Do you want the true story?
Go on then.
So, I went to tidy up, because I hadn't shaved for a few days. So I went to tidy it before I come out, and fucked it up. So I had to shave it off.
It's always a danger.
Yeah, fucked it up, so I had to shave it off. So I thought,
What is your normal... Right, slightly off topic, but I think it's important to anyone out there who's thinking about growing a moustache, who's planning on, Movember, moving into that kind of facial hair territory. What would be your normal grooming kind of way? Because for me, symmetry is a very important thing, isn't it, in a moustache?
Yeah,
absolutely. So for me, what I have to do is I trim down here, I remove either side of the strip down the middle, and then what I do is I run the blade basically along the lip and outwards. And I do that both sides, and that pretty much gives me an equal kind of moustache length here. What about you?
So I use a trimmer first. So I use a beard trimmer first, and I usually have like a goatee with the chin strap going down, and I line everything up using the trimmer.
And that's really difficult. There's a lot of craftsmanship.
Absolutely. I'm lucky in that I've got a very thick
face.
Beard. I would say beard. I've got quite a lot of girth in my beard.
I've heard that about you.
And it grows very quick. So I've got a lot to work with.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, and then I razor it after. And then I give a 4.5 over everything.
So where did it go wrong today?
It went wrong today because I tried something else and it looked shit. So I was like, fuck that,
Gordon.
That's what it was, And then I use this beard balm stuff, which stops the skin going dry underneath.
Check you. Oh, you're very highbrow.
Yeah, I wear a lot of black. You can't have dry, flaky beard.
That's true. I just got a dry, flaky head. So.
Yes, and then Queen.
Yes.
And that was it then, really. And then when I started playing guitar, it was pretty much Queen was all I was playing for years. It was like my formative years with Queen.
Good choice.
And because of all the Bright May stuff is all the harmonies and everything. And this was, before you could just plug your guitar into a computer and just record all this stuff on Logic or whatever. So I had these two boom boxes with cassettes, and they had mics on the top of them. So what I would do is I would record one guitar into one, and then play that whilst I was recording the harmony onto the other tape. So then that tape would have two guitars on it. Yeah. Then I would do it again and again and again and again until I had the whole track.
We had pretty much exactly the same idea. I had, one of the your typical hi-fi stereo systems, but it had a microphone function. And what you could do is when you basically was it dubbing where you took one cassette over to another and you copied over?
Yeah.
You could copy from one side to another, but it would allow you to add an extra layer through the microphone.
Oh wow! Okay.
It's really bizarre.
Wish I could have done that.
So I actually started doing demos like that.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you could do with the old shit back then.
I know.
It's great.
And I would do that, but what would happen is you get 8 guitars, because some of the Queen stuff has got so many guitars in it. By the time you got to the 8th one, the first one recorded sounded dog shit because it's so worn out on this tape. It's been over-recorded over and over through these two boom boxes. Yep. I'm sitting in the middle with my legs crossed, sort of, It's great.
I love it. It teaches you a lot, doesn't it? I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Very limited technology early on.
Completely, yeah. I think there's this sort of almost information overload these days with guitar, and all the kids can do this far better than I can. And,
You've got embryos being born who can piss all over what we do.
It's unbelievable. But I think sometimes, not to generalise, but sometimes they can lack the foundations which are,
A lot of them do lack musicality. If you were to put them in a band situation,
absolutely.
A lot of them would not know how to do it.
Yeah.
So, on the subject of Queen, I think we should go for our first number.
Queen? What did you want to do?
Should we do the Brian May one?
Let's do the Brian May
I want
one.
to get that out the way while I've got some kind of voice. Right. We have practiced this one, or we've just run through it.
Don't tell him that. This is the first time we've done it.
Ever. Yep.
In fact, I only heard it 10 minutes ago.
I don't even know who Brian May is.
Who?
Sound on sound technique. Is that what it's called, Paul? Or is that what talking about the copying from one to the other?
Yeah.
Must be. Yes. Right. Yeah. So I listened to this one and I was like singing along, sort of roughly at work. I was like, oh yeah, you know, I should be all right with this. Try running it through with Gordon. I'm like, fuck me, that's high.
Yeah, he's got a deceptively high voice, actually, isn't he? Because it sounds so soft, you don't expect it.
There's some footage. Oh, thank you, Paul. There's footage of when Brian May went out and did this tour. Have you seen... You must have seen the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he sings Since You've Been Gone.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he hits all the notes.
I know the key change and everything.
It's just like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you, Brian. You with your great hair and chiseled features. Hello, darling. How are you, Lauren? Lovely to see you. Right. Okay, let's do this.
Right, let's go.
That's the one, isn't it?
Yeah.
This needs to come on. Is that about right? Here we go. We touch, and you're afraid of me, and we burn, and now I'm at your feet at high speed, but you know you're in safe hands. In the dark, we made a brighter light from one spark to the horizon light, and we trust, and together we tame the land. Ooh, you're forgetting if you think you're dreaming, but we're working night and day to make a dream come true. Yeah, everything I do is driven by you. Oh, come on, man. Well, it's tough to make a journey through the right stuff. Is that ahead of you and me? And you know you still got time. Ooh, hold on tight to the driving wheel when this ride is really out of line and raw deal. But there's the water that's worth the time. Ooh, you know I love you, but you drive me crazy. 'Cause you say you know the things I wanna say to you. Yeah, everything I do is driven by you. Everything we do, everything we do is driven by you. There's no backing vocals at night. Inner children lost their way. Now they know the price you pay. I'm holding on to life with you, 'cause life without you just won't do. You know I'm never gonna know who's dreaming, but we're working on a make a dream come true. Everything I do is driven by you, and everything we do, and everything we do, and everything we do, and everything we do. Oh, let's pause that. That's a secret surprise, sort of. Not really.
Cool.
Right, well, I got through that. I don't think I embarrassed myself too much.
No, it's great.
So, obviously Queen.
Yes.
Massive influence.
Big time. To the point where I'm even using the right pick for Brian May.
You are
saucy. This makes such a difference.
Is it for
the guitarists don't know this makes such a difference.
Is it for harmonics and everything and the tone?
Yeah, I mean, if I did like the We Are the Champions thing. If I use this,
it's just got that extra scratch.
Yep.
How hard was it to find one?
No, not too bad actually. You can get them all over eBay.
Oh, really?
All for like next to nothing.
Sweet.
Yeah. And I've had hundreds over the years. It's an actual sixpence. You can have hundreds over the years. All over eBay. It makes such a difference. For the thing. And when you're doing like if you use this, you get the difference is like it's the final 10% filled.
It is.
Queen guys, that's it. That's the thing that will get you there.
Hello, Atta. Nice to see you. Lovely to have you back. So regarding that, though, have you ever thought of getting one of the proper Brian May guitars?
I had one. I got one when I was about 18, and then when I was about 20, I became really poor and sold it and couldn't need the money.
Oh,
and then
shit.
Regretted it for the next however many years later.
Would you like to get another one?
I'd love to get another one. I'm thinking about getting another one, actually.
Yeah, Matt uses them for our Queen tribute. And it really does make a difference.
Oh, unbelievable. Although the thing is, I want another one purely so when I play Bohemian Rhapsody, it sounds good. And I'm struggling to justify spending the money on the guitar.
No, you never have to justify it.
And I'm like...
What kind of guitarist are you?
I know. That's what Pete said.
Yeah.
No, actually, Pete said the opposite. He was like, do you really need it? I was like, no. But at least when Bohemian Rhapsody sounds good...
I'm going to have a word with him next time I see him. He should be a much worse influence on you. But so we have Queen.
Yep.
When did Van Halen come crimping into the equation?
So much later. I didn't really get into kind of technical playing until I was maybe like 20.
Well, you're only 21 now.
I'm only 21 now, so I've only been sort of doing tapping for like a year. So most of the time. So I started playing when I was 14, and then up until I was kind of 20. It was very much sort of Queen, Pink Floyd, that more melodic side of things, and then just started getting into the technical stuff, Extreme, Van Halen, that kind of stuff. But again, Van Halen didn't really, although I knew some of their stuff, it was like Jump, Panama, and it wasn't until probably maybe like 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
5-6 years that I really got into them in like a big way, and now they kind of became a major influence on me now, and I listen to them all the time.
So what was it like when you first heard bands like Extreme and Van Halen? What was kind of your impression? Was it like, holy shit, there's like a whole new realm?
Absolutely, yeah. It was like, I'm not going to be able to play any of that stuff. It's exactly, you kind of sit there trying to do it, Your young self who's got no technique sits there going...
That's generally what I sound
like. Trying to thumb a noise out of the guitar. And and then gradually, it just kind of, you have these moments where you hear a solo and you think, I'm never going to be able to play that. And then one day you're playing it and you go, wow,
So how long would you say from when you actually properly got into that? By the time you actually properly got into Van Halen, were you more of an accomplished player?
Yes.
By that point?
Yeah. So that stuff was more accessible to me as a player. When I started getting into them, if I'd got into them when I was sort of 20, there's no way I would have been. Bear in mind, I was playing this stuff anyway in bands. I was in a band when I was 18. I was playing stuff that was way beyond what we should have been playing.
We've all done that.
We didn't give a shit. We were out there, smashing Rosanna. And
that'll be another one we'll come on to.
Oh, that's a long time ago. And like badly, Well, I say badly. For like 18-year-olds, I thought it was pretty good.
Well, we only barely do it and recovered adequately.
Absolutely.
So we're only that little bit step above. Who is that?
Sorry, Grandad?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
He's really looking his age now, isn't he?
50. When I met you, you were blonde.
I would say you're a silver fox, but you're just a silver old cunt.
He's just he's just jealous because when he shaves, he just doesn't look any younger.
No.
He still look 50.
You can see, you look at his face now, it's just like a melting candle. It's all dripping down, all the boobs are sagging.
Yeah.
49, he was like the pillar of health and everything.
I know, he woke up that one day and that was it, wasn't it? Just gone.
Yeah, these days he's ringing me, he's like, Mike, I'm getting out of beanbags. I'm going, oh, every movement.
The ball bags are stuck to my knees.
Floating in the bath like a little hammock.
Oh.
Should we do a Van Halen number then?
We can have a go. I'm going to fuck this right up.
So am I.
We'll have a go.
Let's fuck it up together.
Let me tune up.
And we've got to drop this one to flat.
Yeah, that's fine. We're in E flat for this one.
Yeah, Gordon's got a fancy pedal that changes all the tunings and stuff.
Polyphonic pitch shifter, if anybody's interested. No?
Deadly silence.
No, that's a no then.
But how are you, Glenn, darling? How's your hemorrhoids? You right?
We're always like that. What do you know? It'd be weird if we wasn't.
He's one of these people, me and Glenn have that kind of friendship where it's compulsory to just insult each other on first text messages of the day. So it's like, hello cockwomble, hello bum badger, you know, those kind of things. Generally it's a part of an orifice combined with either an occupation or an animal. So like bum dentist, cock like technician.
We've got messages. I've got actual messages and texts from Glenn where we've been like really horrible to each other. And then we've spoken about something serious and been nice to each other. Then we've gone, right, let's be horrible to each other again.
This is weird.
To cancel it out, you know, you're a cunt. you know.
Apologies for the language, but Glenn is here and it's the only word that describes him. We do love him, really, though. If ever he's nice to you, be warned, something's wrong. He's either just found out your house has burnt down, or he wants to sleep with you. That's all right. I've forgotten what it's called. H, that's the one. I've forgotten my alphabet. I am a drummer. Loosely. Okay.
Request for some Kotzen, please.
Oh. Is that a euphemism?
No. I don't know.
Have I got a Mr. Big one on here? Have I got Daddy Brother Love Little Boy?
That will be Paul Gilbert.
Ah, true.
Yeah. And that's got whatever it is.
That horrible, yeah. I haven't got it anyway, so that's fine.
No!
Oh, what a shame.
I don't have to struggle through that one.
Okay, hot for teacher.
Let's see if let's apologise.
Let's get through the joyous... Do you like the drum intro, or is it just annoying?
That's all right.
Yeah, okay.
You have to play it, because otherwise I won't come in at the right time.
True. Well, Simon did the track for me, so I don't know if he's playing it right. It'll do. If I'm ever nice to you, chances are your mum is no longer intact.
True. She didn't notice.
Is there someone there? Probably not. bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm half the teacher. Got it bad, so bad. I'm half the teacher. Hey teacher, we're back. I brought my pencil.
It means penis.
Yeah. Give me something to write on. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. I bet your lessons, but lessons have so cold. I know about this school. Little girl from Carolina, can you be so bold? And know the golden rule. I think about the education that I missed. But then my homework was never quite like this. Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm half the teacher. Got it bad, so bad. I'm half the teacher. Ooh. Oh man, I think that clock is slow. I don't feel tardy. Class dismissed. Ooh yeah. Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm half the teacher. Nice little squeal at the end. Oh, that wasn't too bad.
That was okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Smells of soup.
Which soup? What are we talking?
Vegetable.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The freezer's empty, so it's soup for tonight. Leanne said, I suspect the kid watching this stream is going to result in great financial expense. You may as well directly send me links for his Christmas ideas. So, Gordon, tell me about your Helix down there.
My Helix. So, yeah, this is all this is, just running my Helix, which is a fantastic piece of kit I've had for a couple of years now. And it comes in really handy for, like, all the panto stuff and everything, really.
That sounds great.
There's everything you can do. I mean, you can do everything with it. You know.
So, for a potential Christmas gift, what does this kind of quality product retail at?
I think they now go for just under £1,500. Yes, absolutely.
Sorry, something just got lodged in my arse.
When they added up everything in there, it was like £250,000.
Really?
Like if you were to buy everything that it does individually, it would cost you £250,000.
Good sales pitch.
Yeah, so there you go. So really, you're saving a fucking fortune.
So Kit and Leanne, sell one of the kids. It's a justified sale.
It's great. There's not been a situation where I've not been able to configure it to work.
And especially for, I mean, things like, for example, you're doing your wedding stuff and everything like that, having that really multi-versatile piece of kit, just switching to all different styles and everything is perfect.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a bit of a one sound kind of guy anyway.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm not one of those who programs. For panto, it's different. For panto, I have to use different sounds for everything I do. everything throughout the show. But for like a gig, I tend to just use the one sort of like Marshall-y type thing.
Okay.
I think sonically for an audience, the big change in sounds can be jarring. If you go from like a Van Halen sound that you programmed into a Queen sound to this sound to that sound, it can be.
I suppose, yeah, it's going to affect the mix out front as well, isn't it? Unless you've got someone who's tweaking as they're going.
So if I just stick a Marshall sound on and that's a clean rhythm dirty, that's kind of my general thing. But it's a great bit of kit. Yeah.
Lauren just said the picture worked on her, so you will be childless by the time of 1,500 quid up. Currently utilising about 1% of its capabilities.
It sounds like me.
God, doesn't it?
My brain.
Sounds like all of us.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know.
Sounds like my sex life.
I didn't mean this. I'm maxed out on this. I can't do any more with this.
I use 1% capability of that. That's all it gives me. I'm sure there's more potential in there somewhere. Awesome. Right, so from Van Halen,
yes.
now you slightly touched on them. You just gave them a little tickle.
Yep.
But I do happen to know that a certain Steve Lukather
absolutely
is one of your guitar heroes.
Yeah, that was a lot earlier than the Van Halen stuff.
Oh, really?
That was sort of more of a crossover between the melodic and the technical things, you know, because he's very melodic.
Yes.
But also shreds like a beast, you know. So he's kind of got both things covered in a way.
And he's very funny during interviews.
Yeah, have you read his book?
I haven't, no.
So I didn't read his book. I listened to his book. He's audio.
That's the best way.
But he's reading it. So yeah,
okay.
He's read it himself.
I've got an Audible credit. I'll go and
that's
get that.
That's why I had it. And on the way from gigs, I was putting it. And he's really funny. He's like, oh fuck this, you know. And he starts the book, and he's like, if you get offended by the F word, then this book's not for you, kind of thing, you know. And
set the tone straight away.
Straight away. Every other word is fuck this, and you know, and he's very, very funny, hilarious, and his life is insane.
Really?
When you hear some of the things that he's done, and you kind of, it just sounds like a film. Stories of like taking like porn stars back to Slash's house, and Slash has got like a new pet lion. And they're in the kitchen and they can hear a porn star screaming because this lion is on top of her. And
doing
Slash goes in and hooks it under the stomach and throws it over the other side of the room to get it off of her. And I'm listening, thinking, do you stand there and think, what kind of life is this, you know? Yeah.
I just like the way Slash can just go in with a lion and just go, get off!
You know, so they're a funny bunch.
That is mental. Because he was part of the, what was it? Was it the Wrecking Crew? What were they called? The writing crew that wrote loads and loads of the hits.
Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, they did all of the stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, he's responsible for so many songs.
Yeah, all the Boz Scaggs stuff, all the a lot of Michael Jackson stuff like Thriller.
Yeah.
The band, Human Nature was a Toto song.
Ah, because he's quite. I like the way when he talks about stuff. He's not arrogant, is he? You're looking at me like, No,
I think he's matter of fact.
Yeah, he's matter of fact, but he also tells, if like people say, I really love that solo, you're like, that was just pointless whittle.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, that was just a load of bollocks I was just playing around with. The Gospel by Luke is amazing, his discography is ridiculous. Okay.
His discography is insane. There was a bit in the book where he says he looked at the Billboard 100 in America and he was on half of them.
It's like Leland Sklar, isn't it? The Dumbledore of all bass players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
Oh, it's amazing.
But I think he's phenomenal. Everything. He's got, all the tones, playing. He's just... He's like the real
he's a phenomenal player. Yeah. So, what sort of age would you say you got into Toto then?
That was earlier, so probably about 18.
Yeah?
Yeah, sort of late teens.
There's our segue, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Smooth as... rough.
This is a cover actually though, isn't it?
Yes.
One of my other favourite bands.
The Beatles?
I adore the Beatles, and George Harrison is one of my favourite players.
I could never get into them for some reason. I dabbled in bits and bobs, but I just never saw, there were so many other things around at that time that were more interesting. I think the Beatles were a bit too, even like when they did Sgt. Pepper's and everything. Like I've listened to, I think also listening to stories of what John Lennon was actually like kind of made me go, rather not.
I love the Beatles. Oh, here we go. Kit knows what it is. Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to fuck this up as well. I spent too long practicing the solo and not enough time practicing the fucking chords.
That's all right. I only, when it comes to me learning songs, they only ever sink in, usually after I've gigged them. So I'm still kind of there with it. Are you ready, Gordon?
I'm ready. This will be complete.
We need atmosphere.
This will be improv, so this could go either way, guys.
I know this is this going to help your chest at all?
That's all right. That's all right now.
There we go. We need I need lasers in here. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. Guitar gently weep. I look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping. Still my guitar gently weeps. That's down, it should have been tight. I don't know why nobody told you.
We got some porn.
Oh God. Why not? Have a wank while you do this. I don't know how someone controlled you. They bought and sold you. How about I look at the wall and I notice it turning while my guitar gently weeps. Yeah. I don't know, Leanne, but it's getting interesting. Told you how to unfold you. I don't know why someone controlled you. They bought and sold you. I love at you, see the love there that's sleeping.
Hello, Pete.
While my guitar gently weeps. I look at the floor, see there it needs sweeping. Still my guitar gently got some fireworks in the background as well.
That ended before I thought it was.
Nice. Well done. Super job, sir.
Thank you.
What's people's take on fireworks? What do you think of fireworks? I just think they're a horrible, sparkly nuisance to animals.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence. I think they should be display only. Yeah.
I like the idea of a specific time that you're only allowed to do them between certain hours, and that's it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Completely agree.
Bar ruddy humbug and all that.
I mean, you get horses die.
Did you hear the really sad story about, I think it was a bulldog or something, and it was around fireworks going off, and it absolutely shit itself, jumped into a stranger's arms and died of a heart attack.
There you go.
Fireworks are bad, dogs are good.
Yes.
Remember that.
Thanks, Andy. Cheers, Matt.
And Pete Robinson, yes, Gordon Sausage is sneaky.
I think I did. I don't know.
What's that?
Yeah. Tell him. I'm sure I did. I don't know. We speak about a lot of shit.
He's here now.
All the time.
You stood in for Mr. Pete, didn't you?
I did. I stood in for Pete on his
or
Rock for Heroes.
Or as Paul, I should call it.
Paul Robinson.
You're at Paul Robinson.
On his Rock for Heroes show on the weekend.
How was that?
Yes. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And you had the typical, like, so we did the first gig, and then it was all the WhatsApp messages, you know. Hello, Pete, congratulations on becoming the new Rock for Heroes Depp. All that kind of stuff, you know, usual. Pete who? That kind of, you know, stuff going on. They're a great bunch. And it was funny, I was talking to Pete about this the other day. It was quite daunting, because Pete's like an animal. You know, he's such a great player.
Lovely chap as well.
Oh, yeah, you know.
I would.
Yeah.
2 fingers at least.
Yeah. Don't know if I could do it again. I mean, what?
Still healing.
And I kind of thought, you know, I've got to really up my game to kind of.
When you see a show of that kind of magnitude,
for Pete, I mean, you know,
yeah, but as well, like you look at, I mean, you see Pete playing with it, and it's a proper professional outfit with.
Absolutely.
You get the feeling where you've got to really be on the ball.
Yeah. And I just knew still healing, and I just knew that I had to up my game to, you know, because he's, you know, fucking shred machine. And then when I said that to him the other day, and he said, "Mate, I'm thinking I need to up my game now. You've depped for me." So it's funny how.
Oh, just get a
No. It's just funny how.
God, I can feel.
Perspective is, you know.
You can cut the tension in here.
It's nice, you know. It's nice, but it's fun. The perspective is funny, isn't it? How,
yeah.
And I think we're all a bit like that.
God, if you two of you go on tour together, you're going to have. There's going to be broken bum holes o'clock every night.
We've been on tour together.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice you were sitting down a bit tentatively.
We have been on tour together. Yeah, that was fun. I saw the inside of a toilet. What's that? Quite a lot, actually. We got it out of it. We did get it out of our system a long time ago, and you won't go again. I don't know what's, you know.
There's nothing. I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't. You get that time in life where it's that special moment. Do you want to revisit it? Do you want to taint the memory? What if it's not as good as it used to be?
That's it, isn't it?
Right. So.
You talk. I've just got. I didn't save something here.
You better save stuff. Right. So, Gordon has chosen one more song, and then we're going to throw it open to our little inventory of songs, and we're going to see what we're going to do. So we're going to go back to our Queen number, which Gordon didn't realise that this is the extended version, so he quickly learnt the solo.
That's saying it very kindly.
Yep. Okay. He's it's blaggable.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It's what Brian May would have wanted to play.
This is going to be, yeah.
You probably bring that patch up a little bit.
Yeah, I would do.
I reckon.
I did, but then I didn't save it, did I? Because I'm an idiot.
That's all right.
Because I didn't realise I forgot this one's in E flat.
Ah, I see. You'll notice there's a theme, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as I get another man in here, it all becomes very homosexual. That's just the chemistry. That's the way it is. Just accept it. It's all fine.
Wait until the cameras go off. What?
Oh God, yeah. You thought that was porn being shown in the chat?
Only fans.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready, Gordon?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. I should know this one. You'd hope so.
Here we stand, here we fall. History won't care at all. So make a bed, light the light, yeah. Lady Mercy won't be home tonight, yeah.
Don't waste no time at all.
Don't hear the bell, but you answer the call. Yeah, while we're waiting for the hammer to fall, yeah. So every night and every day, a little piece of you is falling away. So lift your face the western way, then build your muscles as your body decays. Yeah. Yeah, let the anesthetic cover it all. Yeah, while we're waiting for the hammer to fall. Yeah.
This is the scary bit.
So reach your borrow famous, but in truth it's all the same. Lock your door, the rain is pouring through your window pane. Maybe now your struggles are all in vain. For we who grew up tall and proud in the shadow of the mushroom cloud, confessed our voices can't be heard. We just wanna sing it louder and louder and louder. What the hell we fighting for? Just surrender and it won't hurt at all. Just got time to say your prayers. Yeah, while we waiting for the hammer to fall. Hello, Mark. It's gonna fall, right? Hammer, you know. Yeah, hammer to fall. Always makes me want to cough. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the hammer to fall. I said, yeah, yeah. While we're waiting for the hammer to fall. Give it to me one more time.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Pete. Do you ever get one of those things where you get dehydrated and then no matter how much water you drink, all it does, it just makes you feel more dehydrated?
Yes.
Like, at the moment, I have the most dry red lips going on to... Are you the same?
Absolutely.
And no matter how much water I down, they just seem to get worse and worse.
Yep. Got the driest lips.
What is that all about?
I mean,
It's like menopause for my mouth. Sorry. Do men get menopause? Do we get our own kind of menopause, or do we just get really saggy balls?
I think so. I think the not in the same way, but I think they.
I think we spread it out over a longer period of time.
Yeah. And I think there's like the menopause is accepted is what it is. But I think there's a lot of this is going to get deep, isn't it?
Why not?
There's a lot of kind of stuff that men go through as they age that isn't talked about, isn't spoken about, is taboo, and stuff. And
well, the midlife crisis as well, I think, is a definite thing, and I don't think we just have one.
No.
So we'll have to ask Glenn, obviously, because we're not as old as he is. But
how many you had, Glenn?
One a year. Well, he bought a camper van.
Yeah.
That might be going, so that crisis is gone.
Yeah.
He's already had like 20,000 drum kits. That's a crisis that's been going on for his entire life.
Yeah.
What's next? He's had a sports car.
Yes.
He's done that as well.
Yeah.
He's got to be at that kind of prostate checking stage.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a fun one. Prostate exam.
See, that's another thing that men are like, oh, but this is,
It's all right.
You got grey, your hair falls out. You've got, all sorts that just as taboo to spoken about, or even that you're not allowed to go. That bothers me. Yeah,
baldness is a very interesting subject. But I remember in my teenage years, I was completely a different human being compared to what I am now. I was incredibly insecure. I hid behind, like a lot of women do as well. A lot of people who you see, very nervous people, hide behind their hair and things like that. And I was one of those people. And I was completely obsessed with it. It dominated my life, which is a really odd thing to say, but it does have that effect on people. And I started losing it, and I thought one day I just went, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to shave it all off. And literally, no word of a lie, once I did it, I gained a massive load of confidence.
Yeah, I hear that.
Because you've basically shaved off all your concern and insecurity. Yeah. It's a very, very bizarre thing.
Quite liberating, I imagine.
Yeah, and it's same as like, for example, women who go through, I know this is a random thing to go on, but like women who have cancer and have to have chemo and lose their hair, it's devastating. Yeah. Losing a massive part of their femininity. So, from that point of view, hair is incredibly important, and men losing their hair, I think, you see men really clinging on to the last vestiges of what they've got. I mean,
a couple of wisps at the back.
That you're doing absolutely fine. Like you've still got a full head of hair going on there. Are you okay for hair in your family?
Yes. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good.
Bastard.
We're all good. Thankfully, I'm doing my best to hold on to it.
Good man. But what do you think your crisis would be? What can you see as a crisis on the horizon?
Oh, I don't know.
What are you gearing up for?
I don't know. I'm just, padding the room as you can in waiting.
Just in case.
I think it's just important. This is a deep conversation for music.
Were you guys out there?
But it's
Throw us out what you found as getting older. Some of you are older than others. I know TL, I can't remember how, but obviously TL's gone through. He's one of our very, very lovely American viewers. He's been through all sorts of like medical hells and things like that. So, what did you find about growing older? It could be as a musician, it could be things you've experienced, or as a person. Like, what are the challenges of getting older that you deal with?
I'll tell you one thing is, I mean, what's that coming like that? I was saying this in, I'll tell you one thing is, I've started seeing a counsellor, just for like, just like personal baggage, really, and I was really sceptical about it, but I think when you get to a certain age, everybody, no matter who they are, will carry baggage.
Absolutely.
And I think to prevent a lot of those crises happening, everybody should go and see a counsellor.
Well, the problem, and I know a lot of this from my girlfriend, she's been through a hell of a lot in her life, she's had various therapies and stuff, I've had some as well, and you don't realise that traumas that you've experienced through your life, you may not even realise how much of a part they are playing in your current life.
Controls you,
Yeah, and you won't even know it, and you might even have me to come in and say, oh, Dave, I know, it must be really difficult.
It's hard to know how Dave is with his raven wing black hair.
Stunning.
I love you, Dave.
But yeah, it's it can be affecting how you respond to people, how you interact on your day-to-day basis, and you won't even make the connection between what's going on.
It just controls you, yeah. So I think, and that all adds to. But that's not just men; that's everyone, really.
Yeah, that's across the board. Yeah. No human being comes out unscathed.
You know, I'm joking.
Yeah, nobody goes through life unscathed, and if you don't deal with it, it can. I don't believe it's too late for anybody.
No.
But you can seriously damage your life, people around you. You can cause a lot of problems.
Absolutely, yeah.
And hopefully, it's repairable.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's really saddened me that people who you can obviously see they're struggling, they're obviously going through a lot, and they get offered help and choose not to take it. I find that so frustrating, and it just because it can change your life. It really can. It's such a shame when people would rather stick with what they know, even if it's destructive.
Yes.
Rather than go and see if you can get help.
100%.
But how are you finding it as a?
I think it's a sort of. I was really sceptical about it at first. But,
did you find it difficult when first going into that kind of environment?
Because I'm quite a defensive, private person. But I think it helps it being someone you don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because you don't feel you have to prove anything.
At all, yeah. And it just opens the floodgate, you know.
Yeah. Did you start making, obviously we're not going to go into any details, did you find it started making connections with things that you didn't realise?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. A lot of stuff made sense.
Yeah.
You go, oh, that's why this, yeah.
Cool.
It's a good thing. Everyone should do it. Yeah.
Yeah, even just for fun. Well, come on, film stars do it all the time. They love it. Everyone
in America does it, doesn't they?
Everyone loves therapy.
And they've got no problems in America.
No, everyone's
sane
and solid as a rock. Right, so we have one more that we are going to do.
What was that?
We haven't chosen it yet.
Okay.
So, we've got... Well, we could do Toto. We could actually do Rosanna.
Oh, I've not played that.
Okay. Right, we've got some Kiss.
I don't know any Kiss. I know.
We have got that.
That's all I know.
Really?
Just that bit.
That's fair enough. Right, let's have a look what we got here. So we have... Oh, you're a Whitesnake fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I've not played it for so long.
Okay.
What about...
We can do Ozzy. Yeah, we can do that. Didn't we do that with you, Pete? Did we play that? Or did we do Bark at the Moon? I can't remember.
You did both. I better not fuck this up now.
Pete did it.
Oh. We did Bark.
Yeah.
By the way, Gordon is actually a really good singer as well, but he's currently sporting a lovely chest infection, which is the reason he hasn't been singing.
Well, the back end of one. It's sort of left me in bad shape.
Back end.
Not the good kind of back end.
No. Okay. See, this is why I like doing these things, because you just suddenly go off on a tangent, and you end up just like talking about stuff you don't expect to. Like I had Susie in here the other week. We start talking about music, where it comes from, then we start talking about bullying.
Yeah, it's good.
It's random, and it's good. I like it. Shows that we're all human beings. Apart from me, who just looks like a weird vampire.
I wonder what that coffin was back there.
If I do this, look.
That's a Salem's Lot.
That's my sex face.
Poor Carrie.
Oh, you have no idea what that girl has to go through. Okay, here we go. Bit of Crazy Train, Ozzy Osbourne. I might have to mix this on the fly. Let's just see what our levels are at. Yep, I'm going to mix this on the fly. Are you ready, Gordon?
Yeah, we'll see. I'll work this out as I go.
thought I was singing it a bit high for the bass. Nice. I listen to preachers, that's better. I listen to fools.
I thought it sounds strange.
I watch all the dropouts who make their own rules. One person conditions to losing control. To making yourselves in, and you take the road. A mental wound still screaming, who wants to play? I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I know that things are going wrong for me. You gotta listen to my words, yeah. Somewhere around there.
It's been a long time.
A lonely, lonely, lonely time.
As of a cold war, that's what we've become. Inherited troubles, I'm mentally numb. Oh, crazy, I just can't up there. I'm living with something that just isn't bad. But mental wounds not healing, driving me insane. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
Nice.
Yeah, I've only heard sort of like, it's because there's only bass on there, I couldn't hear it over
No,
my
I couldn't
guitar.
either.
And then I got to the you know, and I thought, what is going on?
Yeah, singing it, I thought, okay, God, I must have fatigued a bit. This feels a bit higher than you.
And then it just hit me, hang on, this one's in E flat. So did you see me tune really quick though?
I was impressed, mate. I was
Crazy.
blown
I mean,
away.
I know my headstock's off, but like, watch this, right? Crazy, isn't it?
You know what? I am calling.
Bullshit, Mr. Henry.
I have to get that in at least once in a stream.
But, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
All right. Gordon, we have reached the end of our time.
Oh,
It's been a sensual pleasure.
yes, thank you very much.
It's
It has
been
been a pleasure.
It's been marvellous to see you, dear boy.
Absolutely,
So,
thank you for having me.
That's all right. Quick, very thing of this. Those of you who are on Twitch, please click and follow me if you haven't already. If you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, click the little bell and it lets you know when I'm streaming. Otherwise, you might forget me and just leave me all alone. And also, if you're on Facebook, please follow, like, share, anything along those lines. You can also find Gordon. You do have I think the link was probably in the video description. You have a SoundCloud, don't you?
Yeah, Instagram, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
So is it Gordon Guitar, Gordon Parrish Guitar? What does it come under on Instagram?
Gordon Parrish Guitar, I think. Yes.
Find him.
Pretty sure.
Like him. Follow him.
Yeah, he put my name in it.
Watch his every move.
Yeah, he put my name in loads of guitar wankery on there.
Excellent. Do you have a YouTube?
Yeah, there's not much on it though.
No.
Yeah, I don't really keep on top of it as
fair
much
enough.
as I should do.
It's more hassle than it's worth.
Yeah, that's why.
A lot of hours going. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. It's
Thank
been
you.
an absolute pleasure to see you, dear boy.
Thank you very much.
And God bless, Guff.
Yes. See you on the other side.
Yes, indeed. It looks like a really shit wank. The glory hole doesn't work. Hang on, do you get the drill out? All right, everyone. Take care. There will be a drum stream next Monday, but there will not be a artist profile one on Thursday. I need to take a night off to actually do some recording for someone. Yeah. Tom, do you know, is it Tom Smith? Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I know.
phenomenal player, one of the most lovely, lovely human beings.
Softest voice as well.
I know, he's just so gentle.
Like, yeah, mate, you're right, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, can I come over and do some recording, mate? Yeah, lovely, thanks.
That's a perfect impression of him.
I know. That voice sums his personality up though, because
Yeah.
he's so sweet.
He is absolutely lovely.
Nicest bloke.
But I owe him a vocal track, and everything's just of late. It's just been going completely haywire. So I'm saying, right, no, I'm going to fucking do it next week for him.
He's a great guitar player as well.
Oh yeah, phenomenal player. All right, everybody, take care. All the best.
Thank you.
Mwah. I forgot to use the close zoom in thing. Woo. There you go. Gordon's guitar. Look. Thank you, Gordon. Oh, I like the pow.
Just for you, you know.
Beautiful. All right, everyone. Take care. We'll see you soon. All the best. Mwah.